I have a few other examples that I would like your thoughts on, simple yes or no. If this is a legal DEI, an example, would you say that it would be an illegal DEI for a lesson plan on the Tulsa Race Massacre?
I'd have to get back to you on that.
Do you know what the Tulsa Race Massacre is?
I'd like to look into it more and get back to you on it.
Okay, so I look forward to that. How about the book Through My Eyes by Ruby Bridges, for instance?
I haven't read that.
Have you learned about Ruby Bridges?
If you have specific examples you'd like
That
to
was a
cite,
specific example.
I'll be very happy.
It was an
for you-
incredibly
for
specific
you
example.
to submit
I named
those
a
in your
specific book.
questions, and I will look into it and get back to you on them.
Thank
I
you.
look
How
forward
about
to
a
answering them
school
directly.
having a voluntary celebration for Pride Month?
Well, I think that,
Voluntary.
well, let's make sure that in our schools.
This is yes or no?
We're looking, no, it's not.
Okay. How about social studies standards that teach that President Biden won the 2020 election?
I think our studies should all be taught accurately.
Yes or no?
I think our studies should
No,
be
no, no.
taught
The
accurately.
question was, do you believe that social studies standards that teach that President Biden won the 2020 election is an illegal DEI? Yes or no?
I think I have said we should teach accurately. We should.
No,
be
you have
on all
not answered
sides.
the question.
Oh, I am
I
answering
don't
the
understand
question.
why you're incapable
I'm
of
just
answering.
not giving you the answer you want. but
No, I
am
want the
answering
answer,
questions.
whatever your answer is.
I just gave you the answer.
No, the answer is yes or
No,
no.
the answer is I think
the
our
answer is
courses
yes or
should be
no.
taught accurately.
Gentlelady's
Thank you so
time
much. I
is
yield back.
expired. I now recognize the gentlelady from Michigan, Ms. McLean.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Madam Secretary, for being here, and thank you so much for your leadership in our joint efforts to downsize the Department of Education. Like you and the President, I believe education policy is best determined by states and local communities, along with parents. Obviously, the closer you are to the students, the more interactive and the more hands-on experience you really have. We have this to deliver the best outcomes for the students. I think that is our goal, is to make sure we're delivering the best outcomes to the students. To that aim, we have seen states, teachers unions, and other bulldoze parents' rights in a pursuit of indoctrination over education. And I think that's what you were alluding to earlier, is we'll teach any subject as long as we can correct the truth with the other half of the truth, and we can teach both sides, which seems what education used to be. We used to teach, and I'm wondering if you agree with me on this, we used to teach children how to think as opposed to what to think. Would that be an accurate assessment?
I think we do need to get back to teaching children more how to think.
Amen. So as we return power to local communities, I'm trying to figure out, how can the federal government fulfill its role in protecting students and the parents' rights? How do you see the federal government, and how can we help ensure that we're protecting students and the people that get lost sometimes, the parents? How do we do that?
Well, certainly returning education back to the states, back more local control, but really what that means, and what the President has said to me, is that he would like to take the bureaucracy out of education. You know, the Department of Education does not establish curriculum in a state. It doesn't hire teachers. It doesn't say what books to buy. It doesn't do any of those things. It is a great pass-through of funding that is appropriated by Congress through Title I, IDEA. Both of those are staying totally intact. But there are competitive grants that are then reviewed by the Department of Education. And so those competitive grants do go to states. And so what we want to do is to make more money available to go directly to the states. When you consider the fact that of every dollar that goes to a state, a teacher is spending about 47 cents of that dollar in regulatory compliance. But if we can get rid of a lot of the red tape that goes along with those grants and those requirements, then there's more money for the states to put forth the programs that they would like to put forth. And that's clearly one of the President's goals.